kids, fuck the kids, fuck the kids.
What the hell is that?
I'm not gonna lie here. This review was hard to write. Not because there's nothing to say, because trust me, there is a lot to say. But because of two factors. The first one being the most obvious, I don't want to spoil the movie because I'm not that much of a jerk. And a lot of the specific problems I had with this movie require me to get into plot details. The second factor is that I have to also talk about the previous movies in the series and how they ended up fucking up this movie. That alone would take a long video. So for now, this is what I'm going to do. This will be the non-spoiler review, and in 2020, I will review not only this movie, but all three of the main saga movies of the Disney era. From a technical standpoint, the movie is shot very well, even though I felt the cinematography was better in the previous movies. The special effects range from pretty good to clunky. One of the main culprits being the integration of the unused Carrie Fisher footage from the last two movies. Not only did they use old footage, but they also digitally added new clothes for her. And there are times where this looks a bit jarring, and that's putting it kindly. It also doesn't help that because Leia's dialogue is understandably limited, interactions between live characters and the repurposed footage just doesn't work. The score by John Williams is perhaps the best of the new trilogy. It has already been confirmed that John Williams will retire from the Star Wars franchise after this movie, and I must say that he went out with a bang. Of course he played the hits, but some of the newer compositions are actually fantastic. And now the trickiest thing to review, and that is the writing. There are a lot of plot and character developments that in reality could have worked very well to tell a memorable story, but for reasons that we will explain in that mega review I mentioned, all of these otherwise solid ideas are rushed and crammed together with dollar store duct tape just to try to wrap things up before the credits roll. The end result being incredibly underwhelming. In other words, it's Game of Thrones Season 8 all over again. When I went into this movie, I expected an absolute train wreck. I expected to go in and watch something that was so bad it's good. But as the credits started, I just felt disappointed. Sitting in the theater, I realized that I wasn't the only one that felt this way. Compared to The Force Awakens, even the controversial Last Jedi, everyone cheered at the end of the movie. But at the end of this movie, everyone just silently got up and left the theater. There's a lot more to say about this movie, so for now, I'll leave it here by saying my final score for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is a 3.7. Sith Rey gets a 10.